it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a quotation mark studio vlog. I've kind of just been sticking to these draw with me's for the studio vlog because, well, I'm a digital artist and I don't have a lot of studio work to do. I hope this is interesting nonetheless. Today we are finishing up a drawing for the Serenity clip art set in my shop, which is based on Sailor Moon. So I'm drawing Usagi and Mamoru. I think it's Mamoru. Well, his nickname is Mamo-chan. Although in this sense she is like Princess Serenity or the Princess of the Moon and he is Endymion, which is the Prince of Earth. And yeah, that's sort of the, if you know Sailor Moon, you know those characters and what I'm drawing here. I just thought it'd be like a fun romantic thing to draw. I wanted to draw Sailor Moon again. I've already done a sort of Usagi as a planner girl. That was my first one. And then my second one was I had her and the inner Senshi going to a Milky Way cafe, because they spent a lot of their times in sort of cafe diners, and I actually went to a Milky Way cafe in Ikebukuro, which is sort of, it's Milky Way galaxy themed cafe, and it was, so I sort of based my set upon that real experience that I had in Japan. And so this one, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, a little more closer to the anime and less like inspired. So I decided to do Moon Kingdom, and because I think all of the Moon Kingdom stuff is really pretty, and the set is out, and I'm sure there is kits already up for sale by now. I'm using the Moon Kingdom art, and I just thought it'd be really pretty. So here I've got the base down of like the ins and outs of what I wanted the two to look, but here I am doing the details of the dress, and we're also going to do her hair and coloring it in. I saw some fan art of this kind of look of Princess Usagi as sort of like her dress is white in the show and in the manga, but I kind of wanted to bring in this sort of holographic look into the dress, so I used watercolor brushes, and as you can see I'm struggling with how I really wanted to draw her neck. I thought my first drawing of it didn't look quite right, so we're just fixing up that angle and also the angle of the back arm. But yeah, I have some questions, just a couple of questions about doing art that I asked for on Instagram, and I'm going to only do a couple of them, and I'll let you enjoy the drawing through music after this. So I'll keep the rest of the questions for future studio vlogs. But the first question is by Casey Plans: would you redraw an old art set in your new style? I've been thinking about that. There are a few that I've retired that I would possibly return to. I did like redraw my wedding set. It was actually, I think it was actually fairly similar, because I didn't have a lot of thoughts on weddings, to be honest. So I probably would. I would like to, after all this stuff is done, to redraw my London art set. I did a summer London art near the beginning that I've retired. And I also did a cute picnic one, which was one of my first. Or maybe I could redraw my very first set, which is Y2K themed. So that would actually be pretty, like, you know, like, it'd be pretty on topic now because Y2K is back in fashion. So maybe I'll revisit that. That was my very first set. So, yeah, possibly I would redraw an old art set. And then Hannah Twyman asked, what is your process for creating a collection? Do you do the scenes first? So the process for creating a collection is, I mean, you have the long process of thinking of the theme, then figuring out what's going to be in the theme, finding references. But in terms of actually drawing a collection, I actually do start with scenes first, because that usually sets out the colors and the sort of mood of the set. Actually, with this set, I started with this drawing first. So sometimes it's with people, and this is like a big, this piece is pretty pivotal to the set, so that's why I started with this one. But usually I start with the scenes, then I draw the people, and then I usually draw front facing kind of elements and then flat lay elements, and I try and balance those two, and then I do papers and then glitters. So that's usually the order of drawing a collection, but all of the sort of mapping out what I'm actually going to draw is usually done all before that, so that I can just sit down and I draw each piece. When I started, I used to actually draw the line work, so the black lines for everything first, and then I went back through it and colored it in. But now I focus on finishing one canvas at a time. So with this, obviously I sat down and I finished this in one go, rather than doing the lines and then moving on to the rest of the set. And I find that has really streamlined what I do a bit better. Yes, those are the two questions I'll answer for this studio vlog, but there should be more, and feel free to ask me questions down in the comments below. I will happily answer them in the next one. But yeah, for the dress, I decided to use these watercolor brushes to try and do the sort of holographic look. So I laid a lot of colors in and used watercolor to disperse it. I think in the end, you won't see it in the very finished process, right at the end of the set, I did go and fiddle with the colors a bit more, because I did that sort of look on another fashion girl by herself, and I wanted to make it look a little bit closer to that. But then I also filled it in with sparkles, and yeah. So here I am doing these sort of makeup and face. Like, I love doing the blush on the faces, and I've recently sort of switched up how I do eyes and stuff, so I actually edited the eyes after this filming. So this is not the finished look at all, but I sort of changed up the eyes a bit, but I have given up drawing in the pupils, the black pupils of the eyes. I just feel like they're not really necessary, and with how small everything ends up being, you don't really notice them missing. But yeah, so here I am just putting the hair colors in the manga, and canonically they're kind of shown with having grey white hair, so I did that option. But then I also did the more anime option of them being blonde and black hair. Yeah, I will finish off all the shading and highlights and everything, and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the drawing with some music. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I do these pretty rarely, but I am hoping to do a bunch of shop, because I don't film studio vlogs for custom work, because it's usually kept secret until it's released. So hopefully at the end of this month I'll be working on a lot of shop stuff, so I can film a lot more studio vlogs and other bits and pieces. Let me know if there's anything else of the drawing process you'd like to see. I could do another papers video. We'll see. Let me know. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
눈물 짓던 시간 속에 그댈 만난 법 선물이죠 지금이란 순간에 그대가 있어 완성이죠 이 사랑 소중한 걸요 고마웠어요 어느 날 문득 걸어온 길을 되돌아봤을 때 외로웠던 걸음 곁에 그대 발자국 선물이죠 지금이란 순간에 그대가 나 함께해줘 마지막까지 때론 힘겨워 울지 몰라 긴 하루 그대 두 팔 벌려 날 안아준다면 선물이죠 앞으로의 날들도 또 다른 지금을 선물해줄 그대가 기다려줘요
Come on, 1, 2. Hey stop 참 무책임해 왜 자꾸 들었다 놨다 해 헷갈리게 친절은 사양할게 오해하게 하지 말아요 날 Yeah 들어봐 가뭄 같은 마음엔 뭐라도 단비가 돼요 돼요 무의미한 말에 자꾸 내 맘이 설레요 그래요 아름다운 그대와 단둘이서 걷고 싶은데 에이, 많은 사람들 속에 난 그대만 보이네요 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게 해요 관계없이도 그대는 죄인이 되어 날 서운하게 해요. 당연한 거 아는데 욕심이 나서 그래요. 나도 모르게 그대 앞에 서면 달라지던 어제의 다짐들 에이 oh oh you 내겐 관심이 없죠. you 난 그래도 그대네요. 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요. 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게 해요. 내게 다가와줘. 날 바라봐줘. 날 사랑해줘. 너 하나뿐이야. 다가와줘. 날 바라봐줘. 날 사랑한다고 말해줘. 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도